I was born downtown, in our capital. When I recall my homeland, my thoughts are filled with the sights and sounds of the city. But home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of VGA is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
The destruction of one of their arsenal birds has significantly reduced the scale of Aruja's air defense network. Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Yuzian continent. However, Aruja is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put the resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a launch. The missile silo is deep underground. To destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place. Unfortunately, that airspace is thick with clouds at the moment, so it'll be difficult for a bomber to hit the target accurately. Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option. So, we will be the bomber's eyes and find the missile silo. You'll all be equipped with targeting pods instead of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude and visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod. Once you press the firing switch, the bombers will drop their payload based on the location data provided by the targeting pod. You will need to keep the silo in the center of your sight until the bomb hits its target, or else it will miss entirely. It takes a high level of airmanship to properly guide these bombs to their targets while flying in place. Naturally, we assume the enemy has positioned anti-air artillery and aircraft in the area of operations, so stay alert. Additionally, we suffered human and material losses in the last battle. The Cyclops Squadron will sit this one out. Trigger, it's up to you to make this work with just Strider Squadron.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Aruja only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent.
Did you say fake?
They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky. You can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down.
Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered.
The bunker buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the Ocean garrison. Soldiers' lives are at stake. We have no time.
They completely lost it. You can bet on it.
Let's end this match.
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully.
That was a mistake.
Let's do this.
still standing. Fox 2. Target destroyed. Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Bunker buster away.
The targeting pod failed to guide the bomb to the target. Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Look, there's fire shooting up from the ground.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet.
We might be able to pull this off. Let's keep it up and get the rest of these silos.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 a count? The formation changes every mission. I'm sure he has a reason for it. I'll be mad when I see it. I'm just glad he won't get in and shoot my ear off. Must have been a decoy. No fire or explosions on the ground.
Chaff inflation completed.
I'm getting tired of looking for these silos. Let's go have some fun, alright? Where's the explosion? Looks like it's supposed to be the real silos.
Attack located. Checker 6, you've got a bandit.
Caution, enemy has a lock. Hostile has a lock.
Bunker buster away.
Missile closing.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack. Bunker buster away.
Hit, but it was off the mark. Let's give him another.
Attacking. The warhead should be exposed. Standard weaponry will suffice. Take your pick. Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we go next? The sky feels open and free today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain in the ass.
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped. The targeting pod failed to guide the bomb to the target.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
The targeting pod failed to guide the bomb to the target.
Missile closing! Break! Break! Hostile has a lock!
Enemy sighted. Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster.
Hit it again. We'll knock out one at a time. Hit. Target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
It's remaining. We might make it. There's one silo left.
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit him. I thought you were a bird from its cage.
You're mine. Bunker buster away. Enemy sighted.
Target destroyed. All missile silos have been destroyed.
Wait, what the hell is that?
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
Bandit acquired. Hostile has a lock.
Target acquired. Confirmed signature on our radar. Warning. Confirm another launch. Take it out.
Attack missed. Breaking out of lock.
All aircraft confirmed.
Nickel.
Additional launch confirmed.
Incoming!
Bandit has a lock.
Traeger, enemy has a lock on you!
Missile incoming. Break. Bandit acquired.
Enemy has a lock!
Strider 1, missile launched. All of the missiles have been destroyed.
I was gutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me you had us sweating up here, and there wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Strider Squadron, you did very well without your unit commander. With the loss of an arsenal bird followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erussia is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 100. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, ask us more. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Understood.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Spotted enemy aircraft in the valley headed for the base.
We've been detected. We've lost the element of surprise. Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, ask us more. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Understood.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Spotted enemy aircraft in the valley headed for the base.
We've been detected. We've lost the element of surprise.
Beginning nighttime aerial.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Refueling aborted. Go around and prepare to re-engage. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's warning. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
Caution.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you. You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off they'll be. Hurry up, finish them off.
All right, let's give him a beating. Locked on! Enemy start attacking! Where did they come from?
Bandit down.
Fire up the searchlight! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. I guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out.
This is Basilisk 1. Arrived at the AO. Landing down.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. On time, means it's free.
Your jokes haven't gotten any better.
Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites. Target acquired.
Lancaster, hostiles are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Do you have a visual on them? Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies at the LZ. Missile away.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Break!
Miss, target's still active.
Trigger, splash the bed!
Strider 1, target destroyed.
This is Basilisk 1. Landing down. Trust your allies and keep moving. This base is ours for the taking.
Wait for the base commander! What are you waiting for?
That only scratched me up. Continuing with combat.
All enemy fighters down.
I feel their pain, I really do. But this is war.
We've engaged the enemy reinforcement. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that. We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Ozian big shots will take care of them for us.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack should took out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. You have our thing.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
We've confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Target acquired.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking. Missile fired. Evading. Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support. Bandit acquired. Ambush! Stay cool! Regroup the ranks! Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
The enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate.
Your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy. That's it. We take out those 2. We can force our way inside the facility.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Pushing the enemy on their heels. Okay, start running on the count of 3. Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell. There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire! Talk! Tear down that barricade! How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. We'll do the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. 3,000 meters to the runway. Lower your nose. You're too high. You are right on course. Maintain current heading. 1,500 meters to the runway. Reduce your speed. Impressive, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Strider 1, you have passed...
Excellent.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbandi, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbandi and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbandi from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and settle the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
This is Rival 2, evading missile.
Strider 1, return lines to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle of Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Bandit sighted.
Special delivery.
I'm taking fire. Still flight capable.
Strider 2, Fox 2. Strider 1, break! On my target's back. Time to punch through.
Fox 2!
Attack missed. Evading missile. Target acquired.
Missile fired. Pay attention.
Locked on. Not bad at all, Trigger.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Gotcha! Anti-air gun eliminated.
Half the enemy's already down. That LRSC is really something.
PC
Roger. The
eliminated.
park will be secured. The European big shots cleared away.
I know the feeling.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Okay, Trigger, Silver Bridge is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Shit.
Strider 1, target acquired. Fox 2.
Take up, you'll get you.
Picking up. Target acquired. Yes, I did it. Evade. Do it now.
Pay attention. Break.
Grenade, send off and counterattack. Enemy shot down. I'm spiked. Breaking away.
Enemy's locked on. Breaking.
I took some damage.
Are you alright? Hang in there.
Breaking. I need to evade. I need to get away. Breaking.
Missile hit.
guys come from. My job just got that much harder.
The enemy is worn out. Understand?
Strider 1, missile.
This is tracking. Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile and your history.
Strider 1,
Use
package
GPS to
away.
locate allies.
Missile.
Target eliminated.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Conditions keep changing. This battle is ugly.
Vehicle eliminated.
Tank units, advance!
Bombs away.
Cyclops 1, missile!
Missile. Missile.
Don't be afraid. We're the ones driving the enemy back, not the other way around.
Missile.
Missile! Brake hard!
Missile.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
Missile.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Missile.
The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. It's tougher than we thought.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
This is authority. There are small
Strider
boats
1,
hiding in
enemy
the
vessel
ruins.
destroyed.
Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into search things.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, wait.
Those enemies no mercy. Firing.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ship. Just how many do we lose? Damn it, 3 Sharks is back.
Shake that missile off, Cyclops 3!
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Emergent Army. Operation complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
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 We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next. 5
What
minutes
do you
remaining.
mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Missile.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Is your plane holding together?
Strider 1, package away.
Missile.
barrage.
Missile inbound. Breaking.
3 minutes remaining. Strider 1, locked on target.
Bradley has been shut down.
Missile closing. Breaking.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, hostile behind you.
Missile incoming. Break.
Let me slide in on that tail. Locked on bandit.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Caution, ammunition low.
Special weaponry depleted. 2 minutes remaining.
Target destroyed.
Missile fired. Pay attention.
Enemy's got a lock.
Gotcha, pal.
Attack hit, but Bandit is still alive.
Locked on. Go down. I've got guns pointed at my back.
Fox 2. I need to get away. Breaking.
1 minute remaining. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1, missile inbound.
Missile.
You've been directly hit by a missile.
You're mine.
Fox 2.
30 seconds remaining.
Locked on hostile.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Can't evade lock.
Locked on.
You're mine.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Pursuing enemy.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
Missile.
Man, don't jinx us.
Missile.
You're right.
Missile.
New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either.
This should prove to be fun.
Missile.
What do you mean?
Missile.
It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile.
He dodged it.
Missile.
The escorts are seasoned.
Missile.
Strider 1, break! Break!
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Take him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a target. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Missile.
Fox 2.
I'm on his back.
Wiseman, watch it.
Alright, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Missile.
Evade. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys won't let you have it.
Target is hit.
Nice. Fine. Give him one more.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy have a lock on you, Strider 1.
Missile.
Locked on. Lights out.
Missile. Missile.
Taking evasive action.
Missile hit.
Missile. Missile.
Strata 1. Target acquired.
Pushing. Missile. Evade.
Cyclops 1, check your 6.
In gun range.
Missile.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Missile. Missile.
Bad pilot.
Missile.
Wiseman, missile closing.
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Wiseman, eject already, Wiseman.
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. Duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Ah, damn it.
Missile.
Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Missile.
Wilco count.
Missile. Missile.
Can Trigger handle this
Missile.
solo?
Missile.
Fox 2!
Good lord. All we can do is rely on our best pilot now.
Shit! This guy's too tough.
I don't think I can take him on.
Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
glitching
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. Watch out.
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
Star
What is that?
Star
A
warning.
star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabante's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Arusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Arusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Arusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Arusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Arusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.